In college basketball, there's been some storming of the courts. Let's go ahead and break it down. Obviously, within the last couple of weeks, there's been some situations where there's been upsets in college basketball. The home team storming the court after a win. So recently, Wake Forest upsets Duke in an 83-79 win. As the Wake Forest fans are storming the court, Duke star Kyle Flipowski gets bumped into. His teammates got to help him off the court. And then, that's not even the first situation. So a few weeks ago, same thing happened to women's basketball star Caitlin Clark, who she's supposed to be one of the top picks coming up, right?
So college basketball star.
Yeah. She's just at the NCAA women's record for points scored in a career. So
congratulations, by the way. Hats off to you, Caitlin. Great job.
Yeah, that's crazy. So Iowa gets upset at Ohio State. Same thing happens. They rush the court. She gets hit. Big question. Everybody, we want to know, should it be banned? What's your thought, man?
I have a little bit more. I think it's not as simple as whether or not it should be banned or not. I say no.
Okay.
I say no, you shouldn't storm. I say no, they shouldn't ban storming the court for a few reasons. First of all, I don't think it's actually going to work.
Right.
Right now, the SEC does levy a $100,000 fine to the home team if your fan base or your students storm the court. You know who's not going to care about whether or not the university gets hit with a $100,000 fine?
The fan base.
The fan base, exactly. They're not going to care. So, I don't think that's really going to help. There's a few things to this, man. But my thing in here is just like, fans, come on, guys. Act like you've been there before. Seriously, especially with this Wake Forest Duke. You said that Wake Forest upset Duke. They were favored by 5 points going into this game, Wake Forest was. So it wasn't even an upset.
Just beating Duke. You're just like, yes,
we beat Duke. Let's storm the court, guys. Kyle did post on Twitter after the game, this has got to change. Duke coach John Shire, hopefully I'm saying that right, said in his post-game interview to call for the banning of storming the court, as well as Wake Forest head coach Steve Forbes agrees. In the last 75 road games that Duke has lost, the opposing team has stormed the court over 50 times.
Wow. That is a crazy number.
In the Big Ten, the number one ranked Purdue, number one ranked in the Big Ten, by the way, has had their opponents storm the court 10 out of their last 11 road games. So this is nothing new. It seems to be the issue there is that we're only seeming to be up in arms about it when someone gets hurt. Like the head coach of Duke has kind of has a point there. It says back in his post game, he's like, back in the day when I played, there was a 10 seconds where the players got to get to the bench before fans stormed there's got to be some equal thing about that. But I kind of go back to this whole thing, man, of nobody remembers what it's like to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm sitting at. If you ever watch like an old school MLB game where someone hits a walk-off home run and the fans storm the field in Major League Baseball, you will see these big baseball players like Reggie Jackson and all these people, Jose Canseco, Ricky Henderson, running to the dugout and literally knocking people over and hip checking people down to the ground and knocking them flat on their just to get in the dugout, just to get out of the way. No one said anything about it. No one got sued. No one sued the players for it. That's basically what we got to get to. You run on the court, it's
all bets are off. Yeah, because I think that's some of my take is like, if you run on the court and somebody gets hurt running onto the court, what's going to happen then?
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like a fan gets hurt running onto the court, like you have no ground, right? Like you shouldn't have been there in the first place.
They would probably try and sue the team or the facility or something like that.
It's coming.
Yeah, I think if teams just stick up the security and the security has full authority to put you on your if you get too close to the players.
Yeah,
good enough.
Yeah, so that's pretty much exactly what my take is as a college fan, as a fan of any sport, isn't that what you go to big games for?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you go for the games when your team's either ranked higher or low, whatever it is, in a chance that you're going to beat a team that is supposedly better than you or a high named team. Like, and when you do, you want to be down on the court. I mean, I think in these colleges, dude, those aren't just players in a lot of these colleges. Those are people that you go to class with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like not every single player in college basketball is a superstar or
right.
They're just kids.
Yeah.
And the kids that are in there cheering them on want to go down there and celebrate with their friends. Yeah. And they storm the court and they have a good time. And like, that's what college sports is about. But I do just feel like adding, like you said, a little bit of security for 10, 15 seconds to make sure that players are clear of the floor. Everybody can, be safe and go down, celebrate, have a good time.
Yeah. I don't want to blame the victim here, but Kyle, come on, man. This is out of the last 50 home games.
You knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming, man. What were you doing on the other side? He was the only one on the other side of the court. Yeah. Everybody else knew the drill. and booked it towards the bench, and he's over there.
Right.
Anyway, so that is our official opinion here at the DNA Sports Recap. We should not ban storming the court or storming the field in college sports, but we do want to have heightened awareness of the fan base, man. And only storm the field or storm the court when it's actually a valid reason to do so, not just because you beat Duke. Make sure you know the situation, and also know that if you do storm the court, that's on you, man. Security, a player, whatever, can put you in. You know what? You have no grounds for nothing.
Yep.
That's kind of where I sit. What about you?
That's exactly it, buddy. You
All right.
spoke the word.
I love it.